What's up? It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. Back with Take It or Leave It. Today we're going to be discussing a couple of topics that I want to put my take and my input in. Let's discuss a few things. First thing I want to discuss is Gene Deal. Now, all y'all know Gene Deal from, this is Gene Deal from the last Raw Big Night or Raw Big Night or whatever his podcast used to be called. Now it's the Gene Deal Show. And Gene Deal is known for his takes on Bad Boy, what happened. Remember, he was the security guard for Puffy, Sean Diddy Combs, same person. Love. I believe he said he was the bodyguard in the late 90s and then again in, I'm going to say, early 2000s. Now, he has pretty much told every Puffy story between his book and between online. He's pretty much told every Puffy story that there is to be told. Right? He has some sort of gripe against Puff. What I noticed about Gene Deal is he was around during the East Coast West Coast battle, or East Coast West Coast beef, or Puffy Suge beef, whatever you want to call it. And he was working for Bad Boy. But what I notice about Gene Deal mostly now is he wants to make New York look bad and Bad Boy look bad, like they were so scared, like we were all afraid of Suge Knight. This guy caked with Suge Knight and Tupac, and he didn't even know Tupac. He didn't know Tupac. He may have met Tupac once. He did not know Tupac. He don't know Suge Knight either. He may have met Suge Knight, but he did not know Suge Knight. He was working for Bad Boy, so he was not close to Suge Knight. But if you looked at this dude, you would think that he worked for Death Row. Now Jay-Z is in the press now, right? Now that he done pretty much exhausted all his Diddy talk, and other people are going to Jaguar, right? And they're going to Tisa Tales, and they're going to all these other people for Diddy News, all of these Ali Carter and all of these people now, Roger Bonds. So now that he sees nobody's really giving a fuck about him with his Diddy stories, now all of a sudden, Jay-Z, a man who he once came out of his mouth and said, I don't really know Jay-Z. I don't know him like that. I may have met Jay one or two times. It had one incident with Jay. I don't know Jay-Z like that. This came out of his own mouth. Now all of a sudden, this dude has a story about Jay-Z every single day. Every single day now. For a man you said you didn't know. So how is it now that Jay-Z's in the talks with these fake lawsuits that's coming out on him, and every channel doing talk about Jay-Z? Now all of a sudden Gene Deal knows about Jay-Z. Shout out to Reggie Wright. I don't always agree with Reggie Wright, but Reggie Wright called him out. Gene Deal recently said Tupac had Jay-Z in Las Vegas in a hotel scared to come out. Who told you that, Gene Deal? You said you wasn't around him very much. Who told you that? Who told you that? You said you wasn't around him very much. Who told you that? Huh? Y'all can listen to Gene Deal all you want, but this is crazy. Gene Deal has basically went from a reliable source to a chatty patty, and to someone who is now looked upon as someone who is now making up stories because he sees that his bag is slipping. His bag is nowhere near what it once was on YouTube. There's no possible way it can be because there's so many other people now telling the same stories he's telling. Now, when it came down to bad boy stuff, I believe Gene Deal. I used to. But now it seems as though he's telling stories that he has never told before, or they may have been a little different before, but now that he sees that, oh, Jay-Z is the profitable one now. Everybody loves Jay-Z. Now all of a sudden he's talking about Jay-Z. How come these stories wasn't in your book, though? Your Bodyguard book. Why these stories wasn't in your book? All these Jay-Z stories. If you said they existed, why they weren't in your book? This dude is now capping for clicks. I'm going to give you an example of a video on Art of Dialogue. For instance,
from your point of view, because I know you heard the statement that, Jay Lawyer came out with about how he wasn't really friends with Diddy. From your point of view, was they really friends or no?
How close was Diddy and Jay-Z? They was close enough that they wasn't playing basketball, they wasn't playing baseball, they wasn't playing football, and they wasn't playing hockey or soccer for Diddy to come on stage, pat him on his ass,
there we go,
and then make the statement to people in the world that can't nobody call me Sean but Jay-Z. Now, I don't know what kind of
why do you have to throw in the
statement, and I can't say, I wish I could say half a homo, but I know I can't say it. But I don't know what kind of half a homo that is. And you trying to say that you're not close to somebody. You coming on stage, patting them on their ass, and then you making a broad statement to the public, can't nobody call me Sean but Sean Carter. And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they was...
And where did you hear Jay-Z say that? Where did you hear Jay-Z say that? I never heard Jay-Z say that. Where did you hear Jay-Z say that, Gene?
How your skinny white girl doing? He be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing?
Here he is again. So now
come on, man.
Now
how your skinny white girl? Nobody called me Sean, but
what's your issue with Jay?
And I heard Jay-Z said the same thing about them. But they were so close that they had matching white girls together.
Now they have matching white.
Because when they used to see each other, they used to say, yo, how your skinny white girl doing? He'd be like, yo, how your skinny white girl doing?
So Jay-Z and
I guess that's a certain type of closeness.
Oh my God.
I ain't know anything about that, man. I ain't know about, Jay touching his, ass. So I gotta go see the video. I ain't hear about that.
Come on, man. Everybody's seen that. 50 even pointed it out.
See? Here he is.
Excuse me.
50 again.
When they was in ATL on stage. Remember when 50 bum rushed the stage with them?
Yeah, I think I recall that.
When Puff came on stage, first thing he did was pat Jay-Z on that.
That's how niggas doing. Like, come on, man. He was like,
But I forgot.
Would they be like, yo, what
That's
up,
your
baby?
favorite rapper.
You know what I mean? Just like we doing in basketball.
Hey,
come on,
him and Pockets 1A, 1B. But what's your issue with Jay, man? I ain't know you had an issue with him.
I'm never a fan of somebody that I was going to knock out. And then we was at the, it was me, him, Ashley Kushner, Puff and them. We was all at the next game together, and he didn't even remember none of it. I don't expect him to remember, but I remembered. You understand? And he told Puff, he said, yo, Puff.
Oh, I don't think he like me.
Yo, I heard about that nigga Gene right there. That nigga Gene got a mean left. He said, that nigga Gene a knock a nigga out. Then he gonna come up to me and say, man, you look like, man, you a turn nigga ass up. And I said to myself, I said, yo, no Diddy. Pause. Whatever. I said, he don't even remember. I was about to knock him the F out. He didn't even remember. He said to me, to Laura, That's how these guys are, man. They'll cause situations and cause problems, and then they'll forget what they've done because they on a whole nother atmosphere.